Gabor. I'm Hungarian and I'm living and fighting in the UK here about 5 years now.
Yeah, my name's Shane Mansfield. I'm from Chippenham, which is near Bath, and I represent VT Jiu-Jitsu Gym. My coach is Lee Remedios, ex-UFC veteran.
I'm fighting out in Cambridge Free Fighter.
My weight class is 77 kilos, which is welterweight, but I am fighting at a catch weight because my opponent pulled out a week ago, so fair play, Gabor stepped up, and we've agreed a catch weight of 79 kilos.
My preferred fighting style is definitely the stand-up fight. I'm been training kickbox and Muay Thai for quite long, and yes, definitely. Even if I'm training Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling for quite a while, is still I'm much more secured on my feet.
I'd like to think I'm a mixed martial artist, but my coach is a high-level Jiu-Jitsu player. As I said, Lee Remedios, ex-UFC veteran, MMA pioneer himself. So I would say I'm a purple under Lee in Jiu-Jitsu, but I box with Paddy Fitzpatrick, who is from a gym in Swindon and coaches David Hay. And I've also done a bit of wrestling with Wes Murch up at Olympians MMA as well in Bristol.
Yes, my training going very well. I just came back from South Africa from a little holiday and a little rest after a huge push-up on my training camp. So yeah, I feel good, I feel very confident, and I think it will be a really good matchup.
Training camp started, I would say, January the 1st. I was injured at the back end of last year, so I had some excess weight to get off, as we all do after Christmas. But I've trained hard. I trained for a 15-minute fight. I don't really care where the fight goes. I believe that my conditioning's good. My weight came down perfect. I had a tiny little weight cut yesterday. I was ready to go to fight a 6'3" kickboxer. I've got a small little tank in Gabor who's got himself in good shape by the looks of it, so I'm ready for wherever the fight goes. My prediction is a first round submission, but I think that I'm looking for the submission of the night, but I think that it goes 15 minutes. I'm happy for it to go 15 minutes and punch holes in the guy for as long as I need to.
This main event bout is sponsored by Bodytronics, official protein supplementation of Hard Knocks. Innovation in action. Here we have the main event of Rumble on the Rock 4 Hard Knocks, with Gabor Verez of Cambridge Free Fight taking on Sugar Shane Mansfield of VT Jiu-Jitsu. This is a professional matchup that will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. And now over to your commentators, Steve Brinkman and Jay Furness.
Here we are with our main event of the evening, a 79-kilogram catchweight bout between Sugar Shane Mansfield of VT Jiu-Jitsu and Gabor Verez of Cambridge Free Fight. Gabor looking game, ripped, and of course intense in those tap-out shorts, while Sugar Shane Mansfield, looks intense. He's staring right through Gabor right now, and he really wants that win. He sees the win at the end of this match.
Yeah, and a bit of a change of plan there, Steve. Obviously, Lee McGeary was supposed to be heading up this bout against Pete Nemesis Nemeth, but Nemeth apparently in hospital, so the main event's been called off. This bout, though, well worthy of a main event. Two great fighters coming into this matchup.
It's a real shame when your opponent hospitalizes you prior to a fight, but we'll see how it goes right now.
Nice low kick from Verez there. Mansfield looking to establish his jab. The taller guy, obviously looking to use his range.
Gabor has kind of a herky-jerky style there, and he's working it well to enter into that striking range. Being the shorter fighter, he needs to close that distance.
Yeah. Doesn't quite look as comfortable, but the low kicks are landing, so whatever's effective, if it works, it works. Oh, nice high kick lands there from Mansfield.
And the snap, you heard it, right across the jaw.
And he counters a low kick with a right hand. They're straight in front of us, Steve, and there we've got Mansfield looking for a single leg, maybe a high crotch to get it to the mat.
And Gabor's got to watch the back of the head there as he strikes.
Mansfield keeping that distance tight.
He comes up to a high clinch there.
Obviously fighting out of Lee Remedios' VT Jiu-Jitsu. He's going to have good ground skills, so if he can get this to the ground, he's got a good chance of winning the fight, Steve.
And definitely try that.
Oh, nice right hand followed by a left as he exits the clinch.
Indeed. Mansfield still there, not cloudy at all. He looks for that high kick again.
Mansfield looks composed. Verez landed a couple of big shots there, but they didn't seem to faze him. He catches the kick, follows it up with a big left high kick.
Gabor is vicious. He's working hard.
These guys have come to fight, Steve. High kick there for Mansfield again.
Being the main event definitely comes with a stigma, if you will, to put on a great show.
Yeah, and both these guys are looking to deliver. Ducks under the left there, Mansfield, and looks for the takedown. Sucks in the hips, boom, straight into side control.
And I always say that if you lock your hands below the butt cheeks, if you will, of your opponent, you'll be able to pick him up much easier and be able to take him down.
Perez holding on with the right arm for a guillotine, but he needs to really let go if he wants to escape there. Mansfield looking to pass, gets into half guard. He's got elbows in this professional bout, so he can put those short elbows in there and make some space. Yeah, Mansfield gets the crossface. That's a good position. Perez needs to let go of that head in order to be able to escape from this position. He's only going to wear his arms out. He needs to get under the chin and needs to start working to shrimp out instead of holding the head there.
He's able to pass back. Oh, he passes back into guard. It's worked well.
Let's see if Perez has got anything from his guard here. Mansfield, obviously, good top position. Where the gym is from, Lee Remedios in his corner, he's going to have good top control.
Yeah, he's wanting to look for those short hammer fists, because as you saw there, Gabor could explode out and catch him with some sort of submission, either a triangle or an armbar, as we saw that ended the last fight here.
Mansfield looking to press him up against the cage. A lot of times these days, using the cage off your back is to your advantage, as opposed to the days of T2Ts where you'd really crumble someone up against the fence. These days, the defensive fighter on his back uses the cage to his advantage to get up back to his feet.
I find that in the guard, though, that the cage can be used to the top person's advantage because you're pressing him up there with little to do except explode up, and then you can also pass into half guard or side control.
Let's see what either man has to offer from this position.
Mansfield seems to be working it. He's got those short shots from inside with that right hand there, and those will do damage, and this is definitely looking good in the eyes of the judges.
Oh, he makes the distance there, throws the right hand. Gabor looking for the up kicks.
You got to watch out for that.
That's illegal. His knee was on the ground, but Mansfield doesn't stop and he presses forward, gets into the guard. That was an illegal up kick, though, as it looked from this position, Steve.
I'm not sure if it landed on the chin or not. It might have been into the chest.
It was a big crack, though, and the intention was there. But Gabor's looking for the guillotine. If he gets the guillotine here, then Mansfield, though, looks quite composed. He's looking to defend the choke. He's got his right arm in, looking to block the choking.
And now he's stacking him up there. He's got his head against. He can't really explode out and stretch his body out to actually get that choke in. And this, as you said, could burn Gabor's arms out. He's very muscly competitor, and those muscles they fill up with water fast. That's
obviously
for sure.
They need fuel, so it's going to be hard for him if he gets a bit of lactate build up there. The second and third rounds, if it lasts that long, will be a long night for Gabor. Mansfield looks quite comfortable. He's using the left hand to punch. And he needs to really tripod up to block the choke. I don't think the choke's on now. You
just heard Lee Remedios there calling to work the liver, and he does have that left arm free to work it, and that does damage the fighter. That organ there will drop someone, and it's hard to breathe with that liver being bruised.
Gabor's holding on to the choke, but evidently Mansfield is not too affected by it, so they've got 10 seconds to go, and by the looks of it, Gabor's just wearing his arms out. He needs to be careful.
He's wincing in pain every time he throws that left hook.
That's the end of the round. It's a close round. Mansfield looks to his left hand. Maybe he's hurt his left hand there, but he stumbles back to his corner. We'll see what happens in between rounds. Both corners with a lot to say.
Definitely, and I think Mansfield definitely had that with the takedown in the end. He'd landed some good shots there, and they looked really excellent. And they sounded well, and they looked good for the judges. He was controlling the cage. It worked well.
What do you think about the up kick, Steve? It looked illegal to me from this position with Mansfield's knee on the ground. Obviously, Lee Remedios in the corner. He was pretty vocal, shouting illegal. Maybe he could have been a little bit rocked by it. Could that affect the outcome?
Well, they haven't taken a point away, so I don't think it'll take the judges for a loop. But if he would have done more damage, I think that they should have pursued it. It seemed that Mansfield was game, and he was able to come down on him and really secure that position. Gabor was really just content to hold on, and right now we see that Mansfield is in shape for round two. Gabor, being the more muscly fighter, is a little bit more.
Gabor's
suspect.
Only a metre or two in front of his Steve, and he does look quite tired there. He's unsteady on his feet. He's really sweating, quite a lot of sweat. He looks quite tired, whereas Mansfield looks ready to come out for the second round.
Yeah, they come to meet in the middle of the cage here. Let's see if they can turn it up a notch or two.
Gabor possibly burning himself out with that guillotine attempt at the end of the round.
Yep. You've got to impose your will.
Oh, nice right hand there from Mansfield as the second round starts.
And it staggers him, it does.
High kick again. The high kick landed a couple of times in the first round, Steve.
It seems to be frustrating, and you know that a high kick being thrown, it's a game changer. It frustrates you, it makes you adjust your approach.
Counter right hand.
Gabor following that right kick with the right hand there.
Yeah, Gabor, he's really out of range of his shots now. I think he's tired, and that right kick comes in. He does look tired, the hands are coming down. That's a bad sign, Steve.
He's keeping the hands up at least to block those kicks, but even if you check them, even if you block them, they hurt like hell.
Yeah. And his elbows are wide and high. If Mansfield can come in with the kicks to the body, I think they're going to be quite effective.
You want to drive the win. You don't just want to knock down a fighter with shots to the head, you can do it with shots to the body as well. And I know Mansfield is aware of this. He is a journeyman fighter with a 4-1 record. He looks for submissions, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt, and he's been training for about 6 years under Lee Remedios. He wants this win, and I think he's putting on a great show here. Yeah,
he's doing well. Gabor comes into it with an overhand right off the right body kick there, but Mansfield is looking certainly the more composed man in this second round.
As we saw on Rumble on the Rock too, Gabor has excellent submissions from his back with landing that triangle, but he just doesn't seem to get off right now. He's got, as you said, he's got those elbows wide and outside. I'm thinking Mansfield should look for a kick to the midsection. Set it up with punches, fake it and go inside. That liver is wide open.
Being the taller man, Mansfield's probably going to struggle to land punches to the midsection, but definitely with the kicks he could do some damage. He can get underneath them elbows. Oh, Gabor in the air, really thrusting in with the punches, but Mansfield again looks composed, backs out of danger, and he resets himself back in the middle of the cage. Gabor's looking really tired, Steve, don't you think?
He's heaving at every moment, and those arms are coming down. There they are again, down, and that's dangerous against a long fighter who can close the range quickly, as he does with a shot.
Yeah, perfect timing there, Steve. And he's in, looking for a high crotch takedown on the cage. Drags him to the mat.
An excellent chest pressure takedown, and he's in the side control, or pardon me, half guard. And from here, he can hopefully do what he wants to do, which is land elbows and work to a submission.
Yeah, he's got his crossface there. Famously, Randy Couture has said that he'd prefer to be in the half guard rather than the side control to land ground and pound and work from the top game, as you've got a degree of control. You're a fighter yourself, Steve. You know, if you're on top trying to punch somebody, you know, is that the kind of position you want to be in?
I think side control, it proposes some danger because your opponent can push you off and on an angle and force your weight across them. But if you sit back, as Mansfield's doing, dropping your weight backwards, you can land those strikes. Gabor's just really holding on at the moment. He really wants to limit the damage that's being done to him, especially with the elbows being allowed in this pro fight.
Yeah, he's not really using his hips to escape the danger or look to improve his position. It's really just looks like he's trying to hold on. I think if Mansfield manages to keep this top position for any length of time, he's going to be able to advance and get into a more secure position than a half guard, maybe side control or even pass to the mount. And Mansfield on top, he looks calm, he's in control, he's not in a rush to get anywhere. If the opportunity presents itself, he'll pass the guard. Little short shots, little left hands to the body.
And it's hard to maintain that side control because you are flexing your legs the whole time, trying to maintain that triangle control over the leg. And Gabor, you saw, relaxed it a few times, and that leads to Mansfield over here punching to the body, leading up to the head, and landing shots that could do damage a lot. Those shots are to the rear of the ear.
Any connection with the ear is a legal shot, Steve, so obviously they're not shots to the back of the head. That's a perfectly legal shot.
It definitely weakens the legs, though. Yeah. You get shot in the back of the head.
You can really rock the equilibrium in that if you're punching behind the ear. So, you know, they might not look like much, but they can definitely do some damage.
And here he comes to posture up. He's in a better position. He probably wants to explode up and land some shots here. There it is.
Sugar Shane wants to clear the attachments. If you can clear that right arm off of Verez and get his posture, he can really look to land some really powerful shots. You need the posture in this position. You can't look to strike with no posture, not with any massive force at least, and not concussive force.
The progression of damage is definitely leading there in Mansfield's position. He's looking excellent. He's pounding the head against, and you hear it there, against the canvas. It's bad at the moment.
Mansfield did well to switch to the hammer fist from the right hand there, because Varese turned his head, and shots to the back of the head are illegal, but he changed to the hammer fist to turn them into legal shots. And that's where a good cornerman like Lee Remedios comes in. Very experienced guy, knows the rules well, teaches his guys well.
Mansfield hopefully can dig in deep for the next 5 minutes. Yeah. Hopefully as Gabor as well.
A fitter, more conditioned fighter can sometimes beat a more skilled fighter, Steve.
Let's see if that'll be the case for Gabor. 2 rounds down. He's got that
Mansfield obviously skilled himself. Gabor, his elbows are really high now, and that worries me. If Mansfield can come in with the kicks underneath the elbows, he can really do some damage there. If he can look for the liver shot with his left kick to the body, or really hit the ribs with that powerful right kick. Gabor with an overhand right, Mansfield not phased.
Yeah, he kind of shook it off, got a sort of style there. He's rushing for the takedown, and Gabor capitalizes with a right hook.
Yeah, Mansfield's certainly looking fresher, but he needs to really take advantage of having the extra gas in the tank. He needs to push the pace, and he needs to get into a dominant position.
Gabor's leaning in with that jab, and every time he does, he's opening himself up for a takedown, a sweep takedown, if you will. Single leg, double leg, high crotch. What seems to be Mansfield's bread and butter right there.
Yeah, and again, that's a testament to Jimmy comes from. Something you look at a fighter like Lee Remedios, you know, under the jab or the jab cross, getting there. That's a powerful right kick from Varese. But again, you know, coming underneath the punches and getting the takedown, that's MMA 101.
There he goes. He goes to what he knows best, and he knows that that takedown is going to put him in a dominant position, and he's passed over into half guard.
Varese looking to grab the foot. It's not a rubber guard, I don't know what it is. He gives it up as Mansfield's looking to pass.
Still looking to push that hip away and maintain guard. It's a tough position from here. He's extended, and he's fighting against a larger fight.
Passes to side control, does Mansfield.
He can land knees to the body.
There's a lot of time left in this round, so Mansfield's got time to work from this position. A dominant position like this early in the round, you know, he doesn't need to rush things. He can really take his time, solidify the position, and work from there.
A difficult position, as you said before, up against the cage. Gabor has the opportunity to walk it, to crawl up it, as we say, and be able to get out of this position. He's trying to lock in that foot and trying to make it a little bit more awkward for Mansfield. It's important that he tries to assert dominance on top, get that weight up top, nice and heavy, and work for his submissions, work for his takedowns, or pardon me, his strikes, and try to make some serious damage happen.
Gabor gets back to the guard there. As well, it's a half guard. Mansfield not letting him get both knees back in. And again, he slides the knee through, baseball slide through to side control. Gabor's really holding on to the head, but if he wants to escape from that side control, Steve, then you've got to imagine that's not the way to do it.
He's crawling into him there, and it's, I don't know, as a wrestler, I see this as an opportunity, hopefully, to set up an explosion, to load your hips under their hips and try to roll them over to the opposite side, but Gabor's just not in the right position to be able to do that at the moment.
Do you think he's got enough gas in the tank to perform that kind of explosive?
Everybody's got one big shot left, Jay. You know that. Yeah. Come on. Let's see if Mansfield can lay down some elbows.
Looking to isolate an arm. We've seen that from the VT Jiu-Jitsu guys so far tonight. Isolating the arm, keeping the underhook to manage the side control, and when they open up the elbow, you know, looking to isolate the arm and look for a submission. Great position here from Mansfield. Top control. It's working out fine for him. Varese, unfortunately, has not showed a lot off his back, and that's where Mansfield's dominating.
And when you do take someone down, staying active like Mansfield is displaying right now is the key to maintaining that position. If you stay active, as the referee's calling for action right there, you could get stood back up. But Mansfield is showing that he's being dominant, he's showing some aggression, and that's what it takes to keep it going. See if the referee stands them back up as they kind of fall into a little bit of dismay.
It's not easy to maintain dominant positions, is it, Steve? You'll know yourself. You know, the fans might look at this and think that, you know, if you're uneducated, that Steve's not doing much to maintain this position. Shane, sorry. But in fact, it's a lot of hard work just to stay on top in this position.
It is. It's a very I don't know, wary position that you have there. He's trying to land elbows, he's trying to land shots, and you know that at any time they can escape up, hopefully explode, and get away.
Gabor, strong guy though, he's holding on, he's closing the distance. but Mansfield with the short elbows there that start getting through.
And they really do damage. They can cut you open, and they can cause a lot of problems. He's got that high side control right now, and it's going to work for him. He's landing those elbows. They're hard, and they're just uncomfortable. They can cause a cut. They don't really knock you out from there, but it is a good position.
Yep, and the referee obviously warning Mansfield to keep active. There's 10 seconds left in the round. If he keeps his top position, lands the elbows, finishes strong, there's no way that Mansfield's not won this fight for me, Steve.
And from here, Mansfield should have been trying to land knees. I want to see a finish. Mansfield's done excellent to grind out that decision. Let's see what the judges say.
Gabor does very well to stay in the fight after being tired early on. You know, he showed his resilience, but definitely for me, Sugar Shane Mansfield has done enough for the win. Great top control, good performance from Mansfield. Should extend his streak here to 5-1.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for your winner. In the red corner, Sugar Shane Mansfield. This is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a round of applause to Gabor Verez. Alright, Shane, I'm here with you.
Hello Jersey.
How's it feel to have won in front of these great fans tonight?
It's the 4th time I've been here and the first time I fought, excuse me, but Jersey's a really nice place, some really nice people. You always make us feel really welcome, so thank you very much, Jersey.
You know, you landed some tough shots there. You landed some hard shots on you.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to walk tomorrow, so Gabor, thank you for taking the fight on short notice. And yeah, really tough fight. My coach, Lee Reeders, gave me a great game plan. I tried to follow it, took a couple of big shots and just went back to what I know, which is jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
You did really well there, that's for sure. You controlled on the ground, you landed short elbows. You showed a great 3-round show here for everybody here in Jersey. And you can crip walk.
Woohoo! And I'm probably not what you want to see in the main event, but I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers again, Jersey.
Sugar Shane Mansfield, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much from everybody here. Have a great night. See you at the after party. Rumble on the Rock 4. Roos!